Do I finish?
Are we on?
We are.
We are on. Okay. We will get this down some year, but in the meantime, welcome. We're very happy to have you join us. We've got some women here. My name is Eka Kapiotis, and I'm from the Front Royal Women's Resource Center. This is our Facebook Live evening. We're very happy to be here with Jen Avery and Beth Waller of What Matters, and we're going to be finding out all about what Matters is very soon. In the meantime, I'd like to just put a little plug in for the Women's Resource Center. We're a very well established organization that is dedicated to empowering women to change their world. We do lots of things to help women out in terms of supporting them to achieve their dreams, and there'll be a little bit more about that shortly. So thank you very much. Let me just say, and I should also mention the Girl Grant Luncheon that will be coming up in September, on September 16th. And all of our functions serve to support women and girls. There's very little money that actually goes to running the organization. It really goes to empower women. So it's a wonderful group to be involved with. And we have a few women here that have joined us. Some are new. I'm assuming if you're watching our interview, you are a friend of frwrc.org. And if you're not, please friend us on Facebook. Also, take a look at our website. Again, it's frwrc.org. And we have lots of great things coming up. So,
Just make sure the microphone is on. So if someone's watching it and you can't hear us, post a comment and we'll know.
Oh, if you can't hear us, let us know. It's on?
Yeah.
Okay, good. You didn't just turn it off?
No.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Okay,
We're
great.
good.
Well, Jen and Beth, Beth, why don't we start with you? You are, huh? You're not ready to go?
No, it's fine.
She's always ready.
Beth, welcome. You are a realtor,
Yes.
but you have a very strong connection with the community, and you're very civic-minded.
Yeah, I was born and raised here, and I've always just my good old mother here instilled in me as a young kid the benefits of giving back to the community. You always get more than you give. It just feels so good to get involved and to know what's going on and try to find ways to help.
Great.
So I've always loved the nonprofit world and always wanted to be a philanthropist, and I haven't hit the jackpot yet, so I decided you don't have to wait. You can just set the foundation up and do what you can with what you have. And so that's kind of what we're doing right now.
That's great. Great. Thank you. Kind of stepping out of the box.
Yeah.
We had a conversation before we started the live interview, and we were talking about how Jen and Beth help people move out of the box. And I bet, is there anyone here who has a box that they'd like to move out of? Okay. Enough said. All right, Jen.
So, to kind of piggyback off of the out-of-the-box conversation that we did have before we went live, that is one of my favorite parts of what I've been exposed to with working with Beth and getting out into the community. One of the things that we do with What Matters is that we have a community branch. There's 4 different branches, but one that is probably most active that people see What Matters out there the most is the community branch, and those are the videos that we make. And so we make town tips, and we do What Matters Warren, and those are the moments that often I discovered taking the videos. Beth will get out there, and she enjoys doing the interview part, and then there's an interviewee usually, and sometimes people are shy, and that's when there's a little nudge that happens, and people step out of the box, their comfort zone, and they share and it's often a passion that they have. So not only is someone feeling brave and doing something that's a little bit uncomfortable, they're also sharing their passion. So there's this whole big burst of energy that happens, and then we have a great video that is a side product of the excitement that happens.
Yeah, okay, so town tips, say a little bit about that, because you've been doing these for a while.
Yeah,
it's just like, so they just kind of evolved. I was trying to figure this out. February 2014, I think. So we go to a house. I always, as a real estate agent, did house video tours where I'd carry my old time, when you had to do it on the real cameras, you couldn't even have smartphones yet, and walk through the house, just filming the house, dizzily.
And most people got really dizzy.
So we could pull up to this house on River Drive, and Jen's like, I'm going to film you giving a tour. Let's do that. And so we didn't know how it would work, and there was a limit because it had to be fast, or else you couldn't upload it, because back the technology, I guess, even in 2014. So I run through this house or whatever, and so it was the first house video.
And we didn't want to make people bored,
right?
Because house tours can be kind of boring.
Yeah.
So we were not boring at all.
And so I ran through the house and talked about the house, and then it kind of evolved. And Jen's like, well, let's do something else, another video. So she had the idea to do a town tip, just telling something.
And technically, I actually got that idea from a workshop. I went to a real estate workshop, and there was a whole panel of people talking about some of their best practices and how, the secrets to their success. And there was a young woman that was up on the panel. You weren't there with me. There was a woman that was up on the panel talking about how she did interviews with business owners in her town, but it was a much bigger town, and she built credibility by having a connection with herself and the owner of one of the bigwig corporations in town. And so therefore her real estate company grew because of that credibility being seen. And she was doing mainly news articles and written articles, and then publishing them in the newspaper or on a small magazine, or creating her own newsletters and doing mailings. But I kind of tweaked that into, this one is so good on camera and willing to interview anybody. We got the live interviews, and that's how Town Tip was born. And we started with BNI. I just actually was talking about this. We started with our BNI chapter here in Front Royal. There's a lot of business owners there, and so we're comfortable with them. And Beth grew up with half of everybody here. So she would do the interviews in a parking lot. We just kind of grabbed the brave souls that would participate and humor us. But then consistently, I think it gives a lot of credit to when you are consistent with something. We try to do one every single Thursday. So people, and I think this is a real secret to marketing and advertising, and some key secrets to success in general. Consistency really pays. And I think we've done it for about 2 years now. And yes, we'll miss one here and there, and she majorly has a heart attack or a meltdown because it feels so weird not to have one on a Thursday. But people anticipate, and so you have people that are expecting to hear from you, and it's so random, anybody can.
We just love spreading the word about cool things. So and I actually was going from a house one time, and I Googled public relations, and that is the spreading of information of a business or a community or a person to the community. And I realized, that's because I couldn't figure out why are we so passionate about making these videos all the time? We're addicted to making these videos and trying to spread the word. And then I realized it's public relations. And what was my favorite class in college? Public relations. What did I have an internship with? A public relations firm. So I was like, it's kind of all accidentally. We say this all the time, accidentally on purpose. Things just kind of evolve, and we just love spreading the word when we hear something. And there's a lot of great things going on in this community, and a lot of times people don't know about it.
Well, and you did one for me for my dolphin program last year, and that was really great. It did really help me feel, because it not only, it makes you feel more, official.
Credible,
or what? Credible, yeah, something like, hey, somebody cared about me. And that's something that all of our Dare to Dream grant recipients also say, that just having someone acknowledge me and give me a grant like this has just changed everything. So yeah, so this enthusiasm that you have has become what matters.
What matters.
Yeah.
It's not the most original name, but it's named after my very favorite song that I've played ever since it came out on my running tapes. Back it was on a tape. That's how long I've been playing this song. Since the 90s when I was in college. And it's called What Matters Is Your Heart. And it talks about how you can't give up on your passion, live in day to day, and keep your dreams locked inside. You have to take a chance, and that we can all make a difference, and we all work together. It's a really, really great lyrics. I printed them out actually over there, but it's just always inspiring me. So I play it every time I jog or when I'm blow dry my hair in the mornings. And so wrap me up. Okay, maybe I won't. Well, so the very first thing I did, as my kids are getting older, and you don't do a lot with your girlfriends, when you have young kids. So I called my best friend from high school and college, and I said, what are you doing? And this day was in February of, this was the same February, big February 2014. And I said, we're going to go to a concert to hear this guy that sings the song. He never sang the song at the concerts. Every time I would go through college, and he would never sing the song. Well, long story short, was having one of those days when you're just wondering, what are you doing in life? Are you on the right path or whatever? God, I just need some sort of affirmation. So my phone rings, no joke, 30 seconds later, you've been upgraded to front row seats at the Edwin McCain concert. I thought, well, that was clever. Thank you. I like really obvious signs like that. So literally, I was parked in front of the house, and I was like, okay. So we go to this concert. This is the only Edwin McCain concert I haven't drugged this one too. She missed the first one.
So many.
We've been to like dozens since then, because I'm in the front row, and my girlfriend, who's a school teacher and not the type of person who's going to interrupt a concert, but she literally writes on our ticket stub, it was at Wolf Trap, and she goes, in between songs, I need you to play this song for my friend. It's her favorite song. I need you to play that right now. Literally, she says that. And I was like, oh my gosh. So he's drumming, and he's like, gosh, I guess I'm not a great person. I should play this song for this girl. And then he plays it. And I cried like a little baby. Like, I can hardly even tell that story without crying. Because this is my favorite song that I play. That's my inspirational song. The guy that wrote it and is playing it for me. And I just couldn't even believe it. And it was at that moment that I realized anything is really possible. And the only limitation is our beliefs. And we can create our life to be whatever we want it to be. So, it's just a process. So long story short, that's my favorite song, and I don't play it anymore because I have these weird things that I do. So I don't play it for myself anymore, because when I play it, it's going to mean that I did it, that I followed that passion, that I stepped outside the box and did it, that I took the chance. And when I play that song, it's going to be that whatever this is evolving to be, it's going to happen. So now I make her go to concerts with me all over the East Coast to hear it, because we became friends with the band manager who saw me weeping, I think, and he's like, here's my card. If you want to hear that song, anytime you come, just text me. We'll play that song for you. So he plays the song for me. Super nice guy. Super nice guy.
We could probably run one of their shows for them. You know their jokes. You know all the things that they say up on stage, because we've seen so many. But we love you guys.
So anyway, that was the long. Sorry, I told you to stop me from rambling.
No, that's okay.
But that's why it's
a
called
great
What
story.
Matters, so.
That's a great story, and I think
The
it's
lyrics
true
are
that when you do open yourself up, it's like the things rearrange themselves for you.
So that's what our lives have just been doing. They've been rearranging themselves, and we're on some sort of path, and we're just trying to lay the foundation so that we can be ready for what's next.
And what matters. So say a little bit about the organization itself and what the purpose is. And you said there's four branches. 4 branches, yeah. Can you say a little bit about what you're doing?
Sure. So real estate, everybody here knows, I've had a real estate company for a long time, and everybody always said, you should have your own real estate company. And I never really wanted to, but I finally said, okay, fine. So I hired a CEO and office manager, and I'm going to have my own real estate company. It's a thriving success, and it's awesome. But what happened in that process, I became the broker behind the desk and stopped doing what I love to do, which is selling, going and actually meeting with clients and going into their homes. So the real estate division of What Matters, long story short, decided to, instead of growing this huge real estate company that was getting so big, I was going to have to hire more people and that sort. After a lot of soul searching, decided to go back to selling on my own, and disbanded the company of wonderful agents, and they're at other places now, and I'm just so thankful for our time together. But realized that you have to have a company to grow. It has to be the company that you want to grow. And I'm moving forward into always wanted to be a professional volunteer, so that's what Matters is kind of, but it's funded by the real estate sales, so that's where I'm going with this long ramble. So because I'm just selling on my own now, I had a team we had 12 people at one time to try to keep up with the business. So now I'm trying to only list 1 house per week so that I can still focus on the What Matters and have enough time to focus and really do a good job for these clients. So the people that it doesn't fit in the schedule to list their house or whatever, then we have What Matters Partner Realtors that we are getting ready to launch this What Matters Partner program. So when somebody calls and there's not enough time to list it in their time frame, then I'll connect them. Jen and I will connect them with a realtor who has agreed to be a part of our referral program. And then in exchange for giving them this lead, of course, they're going to have a nice sale from it. So the the referral fee that they pay, realtors pay a referral fee for referring clients. So that will go completely 100% to What Matters to help fund our initiatives. So rather than come to me or to Jen or to our real estate business, it's going to come to What Matters, and we'll be able to use that money to help fund the outreach and scholarships and the things that we're planning to do. So that's how the real estate part fits with What Matters.
So that's how you fund it.
Mm-hmm.
And are you looking for outside funding additional?
No, we're not.
Okay.
So who knows if that would change. I mean, perhaps we might become a nonprofit one day, but right now we're just a not-for-profit because we're just trying to fund it from the real estate sales.
Right. So to recap on that, the What Matters Real Estate branch is really, that branch is the What Matters partners that we're growing. Right. Beth does have your real estate connection with Keller Williams.
Yes.
And that's where she does a lot of her active listings. So you don't really see Tim Waller or anything like that. You see Beth and her connection with Keller Williams. And then the What Matters piece of real estate is What Matters Partners. And that's a cool program that we put together. There's information about it. So if any realtors are watching, there is information on our website. And our website is www.whatmattersw2.com. And there's even an application. We've gotten that organized, that we have a lot of good material on our website.
It's beautiful.
Yeah,
It's really beautiful.
So that's how, a shorter version of what Matters Real Estate branch. We've kind of talked about, if I can step in with the community part, we've kind of talked about the community part. That's a lot of the videos that everyone sees and the local outreach. The What Matters Warren, that's something that was kind of branched off from the town tips that we were talking about earlier.
So can you be a little more specific about the community, like specifically what it's about? Because you were talking about the videos, but I'm not sure exactly how that fits in.
To the community. So it's helping small businesses grow. There are a lot of small businesses that don't have a large marketing budget. Yep. So these are really easy, quick videos that can help. It can be a quick advertisement. We don't claim to be professional video makers.
Although she is great.
I learned a new trick yesterday. So every day like that. But if somebody wanted to just have some information shared with them, that would kind of fall into the What Matters Warren category. So we have two types of videos that are out there, and they kind of mix a little bit sometimes because we've had a high demand for free videos creation.
I can only imagine.
Yeah. And so not only can you find them on our real estate Facebook page, that's the one that's most active. Keep watching out there in Facebook world. We're going to have a What Matters Facebook page that will start to town that nobody even knows about. I'd love to do a little video, get her to, and we've done this in the past traveling. Grabbed the shop owner, done a quick video, and people kind of think they're going to be famous because they don't realize it's me and Beth. But we are so energetic about what we're doing. The energy just gets going, and where are we going to be featured? And it sounds really exciting, and that's something that we need to keep working on is our reach. Really finding all these really great places to connect these videos to, because they can really help. People that just don't have large budgets to be the Coca-Cola at the Super Bowl. Everybody can do that.
Right. It's a great service.
Right.
Yeah. So what else are you?
So we have fundraising. Beth, you can talk about fundraising.
So I've always loved raising money and been passionate about that sort of thing. And so I have a fundraiser concept that I'm gonna work on, which is my actual. When I'm going to play this What Matters song, it's going to mean that the shout out has launched. So it's theshoutout.com. I have a domain name, and it's a concept for fundraising that I believe is going to be the next greatest thing to the silent auction. Everybody's heard of the silent auction, so that had to start somewhere. So this concept is what I'm hoping is going to really raise so much, basically free money that nobody is going to even feel that they're giving, and it's going to be compounded by the thousands and raise millions of dollars all over the world. So that's my ultimate reason for plugging forward, that I can't wait to find the time to really make this happen. So that's the part of the fundraising part of What Matters.
I can touch on the outreach. I can kind of connect a story that I experienced with the outreach, like Beth had connected some of her stories when you let things open up and kind of align. With outreach, that's obviously us trying to give back. So we have these fundraisers and we are able to collect funds. Okay, what are we going to do with them now? We want to find places and programs to donate to or create causes. Beth has scholarships she's been doing for years and years. So that's one avenue. But this outreach avenue, and you'll see it on our Facebook page, a strange happening between my friend and a Facebook post and a like. A young man in Uganda. He was raised in the slums, and he's trying to start a foundation to help the children in his community. And I had always said I wanted to do something like that to help children. Children are one of my passions. And so my friend Tammy got connected in a weird way on Facebook, and it all just kind of aligned. And she said, I thought of you the moment that, his name is Herbie contacted me. And so we've contacted each other now, so I know Herbie, and Beth's gotten to know Herbie, and it's kind of a neat way. Who knows if that foundation one day can be something that we're really connected to and helping to make a difference for his community.
Great.
There's nothing like, I was chair of United Way for a long time, and you raise money, and you sometimes when you're raising money and donating money, you don't see the end goal. Like, that's what's great about the Women's Resource Center. You can see these women being impacted, these kids, these women, and that's what I love about this Herbie guy, because you're all the other side of the world, and you know that you helped get that roof painted. It's just ridiculous.
He FaceTimes when he's there, so you can actually see the kids that he's handing out lollipops to at Easter time, or the gentleman that, if my friend Tammy, she's an artist, and she made necklaces, and so she sold necklaces that had the Ugandan flag as the theme, and so she sold them. The proceeds went to help Herbie. So he did a video in a small room, basically, that they helped purchase for this man. They were painting it turquoise and singing and dancing, and everybody was getting all crazy, and he was saying, thank you, Tammy, this is where your money went.
Oh,
and it was really a cool way to connect it. Is this are you real? Like, everybody wonders, did it really go there? Well, he's singing and dancing with the man that's receiving this gift. So
great. It's amazing what can happen. So I think you've covered a few of them. We're kind of running out of time. So
surprise.
So you still have one more branch, right?
We got branch? Real estate, community, fundraising, and outreach.
Okay. So
do you have more to add for outreach that you want to touch on?
I don't think so. It's again, it's just our way of trying to.
Was I outreach?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. So we will be doing another video very soon to talk about a most amazing program that Eka's putting together with dolphins. I have my dolphin earrings on anytime I know I'm going to see Eka. So do you want to talk about, what matters is helping to support one of Eka's dreams that she's had to start this workshop that is actually working with real wild dolphins.
Wild dolphins. So I have been working with in a dolphin facility for about 15 years. Every summer I go and I work with patients and clients and a group, teams of therapists, and all kinds of amazing things happen. That's something that we touched on briefly. But I've wanted to do my own program, because what's happened after working with these dolphins for so many years is that I found that I was actually able to connect with wild dolphins in a way that's really surprising, and that I can actually connect other people with dolphins. So I've wanted to do my own retreat by the ocean where that people could come and we could do connect with dolphins and the nature, the ocean, all that is, and each other, and really have some transformational experiences. So I'm not here to talk about me though, but you guys said, can we help you get your dream going? And you did. You wrote me a check, and they've helped me. Not only, and I have to say, when you told me that, I kind of went into total terror, because like you said, you get out of the box, and it was like,
now you're going to actually do it.
I had to okay, you must take the next step, and you must keep moving forward. And so it wasn't only just you saying we'd like to support your dream, but it was like, yes, you would really like to support, and you did it in a way that was way beyond the actual financial contribution. So thank you so much. And it's happening the end of September. So thank you very much. Yeah. So it's that kind of thing that you offer.
And that is another great thing that I really want to help promote and help encourage people. Like Jen inspires me every single day. I'm lucky to have this one. to say, okay, let's do this. But there's so many people that don't have somebody like Jen in their life that have a dream, have a passion, have something that they would love to do, but maybe don't have the funds or whatever, and that's what we're hoping to find those people and help inspire them to do it.
I like to think that I'm inspiring, but I think as I learn about myself, I think it's a personality type too. I'm kind of like, you said you're going to do this, now we got to do it.
Right.
So it's inspiring, but it's also like, well, you said so, let's do it now.
There's something very empowering about saying you're going to do something, and then I go home and I say, I said I would do what? But it works out, because in that moment it's an inspired commitment, and then you have to then you do it.
Well, and I think a little bit of it is it's your true self.
Mm-hmm.
You do really want to do that, and then sometimes when you go back home again, for example,
Right.
what you think is reality sets in, and all the other responsibilities. No, I could not possibly really do that. But guess what? You really can.
You can, absolutely.
And that's what we want to show our kids, that anything's possible.
Yeah.
There's restrictions that you think that you have, they're not really there. You
They're
can let them
not.
go.
They're really not.
Yeah.
So thank you so much. That was really inspiring. And would anyone like to ask questions? I think you've answered them all.
They're scared. They need to get out of here.
They need to get home. Huh? So thank you all very much. Next month we'll have Leah Justice from Vine Ripe Farms here. So maybe she'll bring us a tomato or something to put on our. We always have wine and cheese and very nice snacks. Thank you. And I'd also very much like to thank you all, because Team Waller Open House, this is their facility, and
That's
they
part of the community aspect of
Oh,
what
yeah,
it is,
absolutely.
Yeah, they very kindly donate this for the Front Row Women's Resource Center's use. So, and we use it well.
And we'd like to welcome other nonprofits, or if you have any sort of meeting or workshop that you'd like to hold. I try to manage the calendar, so you can give me a call or you can send me a message.
We have a touchscreen computer monitor for presentations. We have Bible studies that meet in here, and youth groups, and lots of different things.
Just let us know.
So I'd like to turn it over to Barbara Way, the Executive Director of the Front Row Women's Resource Center, to talk about upcoming events.
Yeah, and thank you, Eka, because one of the things I was going to say was thank you for this space. The Front Royal Women's Resource Center, we've been around for over 20 years. We've been a nonprofit. We're coming into our 20th anniversary as a nonprofit, as a 501c3. And really, what's really changed, in these last couple of years is our ability to have a space to do these things. So, as Eka said, the third Thursday of every month, we do a woman gathering, and this is pretty much our format. Next Wednesday, the fourth Wednesday of every month, we do a networking luncheon, and so everyone's welcome to come to that. And I have already...
And the Girls Grant Luncheon.
Well, yeah. I was just trying to remember who our guest was for...
4-H Center.
Oh, right, the 4-H Center, yes. So they're coming next Wednesday, so everyone's welcome. And of course, as Lee mentioned earlier, we have our Girl Grant Luncheon September 16th. And please, for any of these details and more, go to our website. Hopefully it's there on Facebook Live. You can see it. And this is what we do. We connect women, we give back to women, we help women move forward in their lives, we help young girls forward in their lives, and all this just seems to go back and forth in a really beautiful way. So thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Barbara. So till next month, or till next week, actually.
Right.
But for the Woman Gathering, until next month.
And I'd like to quickly mention anyone who is going to be around Wednesday from 2 to 7 at the Methodist Church, my church down here on the end of 1 West Main Street. We're sponsoring a blood drive from 2 to 7. So Red Cross blood drive 2 to 7. Please spread the word.
Thank you very much. All right. So until next time, be inspired. Don't forget your dreams can come true.